Hello, I am 422-522. The purpose of this video is to give you a brief overview of the software called Weebly so that you can create your professional web page as part of assignment number 2. Now, why create a personal web page when we have LinkedIn and other social media forms? And I guess my answer to that is not every employer is going to have a LinkedIn account. It's nice to have a web presence, almost like an electronic business card. And to give you a good example of what a nice professional website looks like, you don't have to look any further than the St. Cloud State webpage. Underneath success stories, you see Carly Thompson here, who is one of the first people to receive her PhD in feminist studies from USC. She's also an alum. So if I click on her name, we see a little bit about her, but if you scroll down to the bottom of the article, you can access her website. I like this website because it's simple. I also like this website because she was not afraid of white, and we shouldn't be afraid of white when we are looking at web pages. So she's got a simple navigation across the top, and as you click on the different options, you notice that the navigation stays in one spot and the information pops up below. The other thing I noticed about this site is if I go to CV, there's an opportunity to just click and download her resume in PDF format. I think that's a great option because employers can just simply see your information, print them off, and have a nice readable copy. I don't know what software Carly Thompson used for her site, but for our class, we're going to be using Weebly. If you already know how to use Wix or some other type of software, that is okay. You can go ahead and use that. But the one I'm going to show you today is called Weebly. So you'll log in, and I've already done that here. It's a free account. You can use your St. Cloud State web address. And the first question you're asked is, do you want to sell online? You will notice that this free web editor and others you find are not only designed for personal web pages, but also for you to create an online web presence for business. That is not our intention in this class, but just know that that is an availability. So you're going to click Not Now. The next thing you're going to do is select a theme, and you can change your theme as you go in case you don't like what you've chosen. I think either portfolio or personal are good options, and you can pick anything you want here, and of course you can customize it. So I'm just going to pick Capturing Moments. Here it is, and so you can see, kind of like Carly's website, the menus across the top, and I'm going to click Start Editing. Okay, the first thing they're going to do is have you select a domain name. So I'm going to just try something, and your domain names for this project are probably going to be ugly and long because they are free. That is fine. If you end up wanting to put this on a real resume later, you might want to invest in $4 a month in order to have a more customizable URL. You don't have to worry about that for this assignment. You can do it later. I'm just going to put in, and we'll see. Maybe I'll try Dr. Hill 18, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so these first choices you'd have to pay a little bit to use, but this one, it says free with Weebly branding on your website, and for this assignment I am not asking you to pay any money for this. I want you to choose something that's free, so I'm going to choose this bottom option, and it says awesome, you've set that up, and this is how they would find your website, drhill18.weebly.com. Okay. From here, it's actually pretty easy to edit. You can click on any object on the page, and you can click and drag it. If you want to get rid of it, you just click the X and get rid of it. And if you want a new option, you can just add it in over here. So this is not me, as pretty as Kim is. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to edit the background, and I'm going to replace the image. and I'm going to replace it for an image of my own. Now, before you even start this assignment, it might be helpful for you to pull some pictures of yourself or objects that you'd like to include in your web page and store them on your computer, as well as your resume in PDF format. So I'm going to upload a photo from my computer. I'm going to go to my desktop here, and I've got a picture of myself, and I'm going to open it up. And here I am. Okay. Then from here where it says capturing moments, or I'm going to click change image at the bottom of the screen. Let me show you that. I think that will change the image. Okay, and then I'm going to click save. All right. Now where it says capturing moments, I'm simply going to click in there, and I am going to type Jenny Hill. A adjunct professor at SCSU. Okay. You'll notice up here there's not a save button. It does save automatically, and then when you're all done, you publish it on the web, so you don't have to worry about that component of it. Then here's where I could click in here and I could type a little bit about myself and so on. If I decide I don't want this section, for example, I just click on it and I can simply delete it. I may not want a page that goes that far down, and I can delete and edit anything that I want. Now, you'll see up here there's the build, and then here's the pages. So here's my home page that I'm on, but then here's my about page, and it brings me here. And that might be where I talk about my different work and where I have links to other websites. So I'm going to go in here and say, here are some links to professional sites that I enjoy. And of course we'll do stcloudstate.edu. So I'm going to just say, and then I'm going to highlight it, and then here's my hyperlink, and it's a website URL. I'm sure you can copy and paste as well. I would recommend that you open the link in a new window, and that is it. It has become a link. The other thing that the assignment asks you to do is to put professional information on the page. If you'd like to have a link to your resume, like we saw in the example from Carly Thompson, that is easy enough to do. You can just say, here is a copy of my resume for you to download. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is go back over to build at the top of the page, and I want something that says document, which would be right here underneath media. I just absolutely click and drag it into this box. This is a blank document. Okay, so then I just upload my file, and I already have my resume on my computer right here. It's in PDF format. I recommend PDF format because it's universal. Whether the visitor is on a Mac or PC, it's there. I'm going to click open. And it should be there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want the subscribe document. I just want the file. So I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to choose file instead. Okay, this is what we want. Okay, so click here to upload the file. I click on the icon. I upload my file. I grab my resume. And there it is. Okay. So simply stated, you can click and drag anything that you want from your website from this onto the page. You can delete anything by going over here and clicking the X. And you can visit your different pages by clicking on Pages. and then you can see the different choices you have. If you want to change your theme, you can do that. Pages, are listed right here. The store and the apps are really not anything you need to worry about. That would be more for people who have personal businesses. When you're all done, you can publish. I believe this is a preview button. So if I want to see what it looks like on the desktop, or mobile. All right, and we have plenty of time until this is due, but I want to just give you an overview to get you started.